The untold story of the Boleyn sisters. The Boleyn sisters, Anne and Mary, played pivotal roles in Tudor England's history. Anne, known for her intelligence and ambition, became the second wife of Henry VIII. Mary, often overshadowed by Anne, also had significant influence, particularly through her earlier liaison with the king. Their stories intertwine with power, love, and tragedy. The 1500s in Europe were marked by political, religious, and social upheaval. Monarchies were consolidating power, and the Protestant Reformation was challenging the Catholic Church's dominance. England, under Henry VIII, was on the brink of breaking from Rome, setting the stage for the Boleyn sisters to become key historical figures. The Boleyn family rose to prominence through strategic marriages and courtly connections. Initially of modest noble standing, they leveraged their relationships to gain influence. Thomas Boleyn, the sisters' father, skillfully navigated the treacherous waters of Tudor politics, securing positions and favours that elevated the family's status significantly. Anne Boleyn's early life was marked by an exceptional education. She spent her formative years in the Netherlands and France, where she was exposed to Renaissance humanism and courtly sophistication. This experience shaped her into a cultured and articulate woman, qualities that would later captivate Henry VIII and influence English history. Mary Boleyn's marriage to William Carey was a significant event in her early life. Carey, a courtier and gentleman of the Privy Chamber, provided her with a respectable social standing. However, Mary's life took a dramatic turn when she became the mistress of Henry VIII, a relationship that brought both opportunity and scandal. Anne Boleyn returned to England in 1522 after spending her formative years in the Netherlands and France. Her sophisticated manners and education attracted attention at the English court. Anne quickly became a lady-in-waiting to Queen Catherine of Aragon, positioning herself strategically within the royal circle and gaining significant influence. Her charm and intelligence did not go unnoticed by King Henry VIII. Anne's refusal to become his mistress only increased his desire for her. She skillfully navigated courtly politics, leveraging Henry's infatuation to her advantage. This relationship would eventually lead to monumental changes in English history, altering the course of the monarchy. While Anne was capturing Henry's heart, her sister Mary had already been his mistress. Mary's affair with the king was brief but significant. Unlike Anne, Mary did not resist Henry's advances. Her relationship with the king produced 2 children, though it remains uncertain if they were fathered by Henry. Anne's involvement with Henry VIII played a crucial role in the English Reformation. Determined to marry Anne, Henry sought an annulment from his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. This quest led to a break from the Catholic Church, as the Pope refused to grant the annulment, prompting Henry to establish the Church of England. The annulment of Henry VIII's marriage to Catherine of Aragon was a turning point. Fueled by his desire for Anne and an heir, Henry declared the marriage null and void. This decision, ratified by Thomas Cranmer, the new Archbishop of Canterbury, marked England's departure from papal authority, forever changing its religious landscape. Anne Boleyn's marriage to Henry VIII marked a turning point in English history. Their union, on January 25, 1533, was both politically and religiously significant, as it defied the Pope and solidified Henry's break from the Catholic Church, laying the foundation for the Church of England. The birth of Elizabeth I on September 7, 1533, was a momentous event for Anne and Henry. Although they had hoped for a male heir, Elizabeth's birth would eventually prove to be historically significant, as she later became one of England's most influential and celebrated monarchs. During Anne Boleyn's queenship, England experienced considerable political and religious turmoil. Anne's strong influence over Henry and her Protestant sympathies fueled conflicts at court and among the populace, contributing to the broader religious Reformation sweeping across Europe during this tumultuous period. The Boleyn family enjoyed significant influence at court during Anne's queenship. Her father, Thomas Boleyn, and her brother, George Boleyn, gained prominent positions and power, leveraging their proximity to the Queen to further their political ambitions and secure their family's status within the Tudor court. Mary Boleyn's second marriage to William Stafford was a notable departure from her previous high-profile associations. Marrying for love rather than status or wealth, Mary faced social ostracism and financial difficulties, but found personal happiness and stability, living a quieter life away from the intrigues of the royal court. The downfall of Anne Boleyn was swift and brutal, marked by accusations of adultery, incest, and treason. These charges, widely believed to be politically motivated, led to her arrest and imprisonment in the Tower of London. Despite her vehement denials, Anne's fate was sealed by the ambitions and machinations of her enemies. Anne Boleyn's trial was a spectacle of injustice, marked by dubious testimonies and a predetermined verdict. Held at the Tower of London, the trial saw Anne defending herself with dignity and intelligence. Nonetheless, the court found her guilty, and she was sentenced to death, a grim end to her brief queenship. The impact of Anne Boleyn's execution reverberated through her family, casting a shadow over the Boleyn name. Her father, Thomas Boleyn, and her brother, George, suffered significant losses in status and favour. The family retreated from public life, forever marked by the tragic fall of their ambitious daughter and sister. Mary Boleyn, Anne's sister, led a relatively quiet life after the execution. She lived with her second husband, William Stafford, away from the royal court. Despite the tumultuous events surrounding her family, Mary managed to avoid the same tragic fate, focusing on her own personal life and family. Anne Boleyn's daughter, Elizabeth I, rose to become one of England's greatest monarchs, a testament to Anne's enduring legacy. Elizabeth's reign, marked by cultural flourishing and political stability, stood in stark contrast to her mother's turbulent life. Elizabeth's success helped rehabilitate Anne's image, highlighting her lasting impact on English history. Historians have long debated Anne Boleyn's guilt or innocence in the charges of adultery, treason, and incest. While some argue she was framed by political enemies, others believe there might have been some truth to the allegations. The lack of concrete evidence continues to fuel scholarly discussions and differing interpretations. Primary sources about the Boleyn sisters, such as letters, court records, and ambassadorial dispatches, offer invaluable insights. These documents provide glimpses into their lives and the turbulent times they lived in. However, bias and the passage of time make it challenging to discern the complete truth from these historical records. Artistic representations of the Boleyn sisters often reflect contemporary attitudes and artistic conventions. Portraits of Anne Boleyn, for example, can differ significantly in their portrayal of her appearance and demeanour. These artworks not only capture historical figures, but also the prevailing cultural and social norms of their creators' times. Literature and film have played significant roles in shaping public perceptions of the Boleyn sisters. Works like The Other Boleyn Girl and various film adaptations have dramatized their lives, often prioritizing entertainment over historical accuracy. These portrayals contribute to the lasting intrigue and fascination surrounding Anne and Mary Boleyn. Anne Boleyn's impact on English history is profound, most notably through her role in the English Reformation and the birth of Elizabeth I. Her marriage to Henry VIII set off a chain of events that led to England breaking away from the Catholic Church, altering the course of the nation's religious and political landscape. Mary Boleyn's contributions are often overshadowed by her sister Anne's dramatic story. Despite this, Mary played a crucial role in the Tudor court and was once a mistress to King Henry VIII. Her experiences and connections provided her with a unique perspective on the political and social dynamics of the time. Historical sites associated with the Boleyn sisters, such as Hever Castle, offer a tangible connection to their lives. These locations provide insight into their daily routines and the splendor they experienced. Visiting these places can bring history to life, allowing us to better understand their personal journeys and historical significance. The Boleyn sisters were deeply embedded in Tudor politics, influencing key decisions and events. Anne's marriage to Henry VIII and her role in the English Reformation had far-reaching effects. Mary's connections and relationships also played a part in the intricate web of alliances and rivalries that characterized the Tudor court. The social and cultural context of the Boleyn sisters' lives was marked by rapid change and intense intrigue. They navigated a world where personal ambition and loyalty to the crown often clashed. Understanding the societal norms and expectations of their time helps to explain their choices and the consequences they faced. Hever Castle, the Boleyn family home, stands as a symbol of their legacy. The castle's history is intertwined with the rise and fall of the Boleyn family. Exploring its halls and gardens offers a glimpse into the environment that shaped Anne and Mary, providing a deeper appreciation of their enduring influence. Anne Boleyn significantly influenced Henry VIII's policies, particularly those concerning religion and governance. Her persuasion led Henry to break from the Catholic Church, establishing the Church of England. This shift allowed him to annul his marriage to Catherine of Aragon and marry Anne, reshaping England's religious landscape forever. The Boleyn sisters played pivotal roles in the Protestant Reformation. Anne's support for Protestant ideas provided Henry VIII with the impetus to challenge the Pope's authority. Mary, though less politically involved, also contributed by aligning herself with reformist factions, subtly supporting the movement that would transform England's religious fabric. Anne and Mary Boleyn's lives present a fascinating study in contrasts. Anne's ambition and political acumen propelled her to queenship, while Mary led a quieter existence, marked by personal scandals. Despite these differences, both sisters experienced the perilous nature of Tudor court life and deeply impacted their era in unique ways. The Boleyn sisters interacted with numerous prominent figures of their time, shaping alliances and rivalries. Anne's relationship with Thomas Cromwell was instrumental in her rise and fall, while Mary's ties with Henry VIII and other courtiers influenced her fate. Their connections significantly impacted Tudor politics and court dynamics. Myths and misconceptions about the Boleyn sisters abound, fueled by historical biases and dramatizations. Anne is often unfairly portrayed as a scheming temptress, while Mary is sometimes depicted as a mere pawn. In reality, both women were complex individuals, navigating the treacherous waters of Tudor politics with their own agency and motivations. The historiography of the Boleyn sisters shows how historians' views have evolved over time. Early accounts often vilified Anne as a manipulative temptress. Modern scholars, however, recognize her political acumen and influence on the English Reformation. Mary, once dismissed as insignificant, is now appreciated for her resilience and quieter contributions. The Boleyn sisters continue to captivate popular culture through books, films, and television series. Their complex lives offer rich material for storytelling, blending romance, power, and tragedy. These portrayals, though sometimes sensationalized, keep their legacy alive and introduce new audiences to their fascinating historical context. The ongoing fascination with the Boleyn sisters can be attributed to their pivotal roles in a transformative period of English history. Their lives intersected with dramatic political, religious, and social upheavals. This enduring interest reflects a broader desire to understand the human dimensions behind historical events and figures. In conclusion, the Boleyn sisters' legacy remains powerful and multifaceted. Anne's impact on the English Reformation and Mary's overlooked yet significant life continue to inspire and provoke debate. Their stories remind us of the complexities of historical narratives and the enduring influence of individual lives on broader historical processes. To delve deeper into their extraordinary lives and other captivating historical stories, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your engagement helps us bring more riveting content to history enthusiasts worldwide and keeps the legacy of figures like the Boleyn sisters alive and relevant. The Boleyn sisters, Anne and Mary, continue to captivate historians and enthusiasts alike, long after their tragic and tumultuous lives ended. Their stories are woven into the fabric of Tudor history, revealing the complexities of court life, political intrigue, and the personal sacrifices made in the pursuit of power and survival. Interest in the Boleyn sisters extends beyond academia, permeating literature, film, and popular culture. Their narratives, filled with ambition, romance, and betrayal, resonate across centuries, ensuring their place in historical discourse. Their legacies remind us of the enduring impact individuals can have on history and collective memory.